Hello ladies and gentlemen, it's Young here and welcome to a Metal Gear news update. I've got some very interesting news for you today. It has recently come to my attention that a Metal Gear fan remake is in the works over at website moddatabase.com by development team Outer Heaven. It's not until recently that the project has gained traction. On May 24th, the team posted the following update on their mod page, stating that Konami was happy to give the team the go-ahead on the project as long as they do not abuse copyright laws. In other words, they can't make any profit or take any donations from the project. This is understandable since Metal Gear is Konami's IP and the game is still being used to sell products like Metal Gear Solid 3 Subsistence, the HD Collection, and the more recent Legacy Collection. So just the fact that the fan remake is being approved is a very kind gesture that is rarely seen with big game companies. Anyways, now that Team Outer Heaven has received approval from Konami, they have decided to go all out on this project, starting with expanding the team. There are currently a number of jobs open, including level designer, character modeler, C++ programmer, texture artist, voice actor, and composer. If you know anyone who'd be interested in these positions, go ahead and direct them to the website, which I have linked in the description below. I personally will be trying out for a voice acting position. Now, Konami isn't just approving the project, but is also gauging audience interest. According to a quote from the email Konami sent to Team Outer Heaven, if the project goes well and there's enough public interest, Konami will know and they will consider further steps accordingly. In other words, if the project gains enough support, this fan remake could perhaps one day become something more official. That's a pretty exciting prospect. In the website, you will also find a number of concept art and preliminary renders. From what I can tell, this remake will essentially be a 2.5D version of Metal Gear. It will likely retain the bird's-eye view perspective while modernizing some of the game's various two-dimensional gameplay mechanics. The reason I'm so sure of this is because the description of this bird's-eye view image of the map states that, quote, during actual gameplay, the camera will be much closer to the player. In other words, in the remake, the camera will have a similar bird's-eye view perspective, except zoomed in on Snake. The only exception is the elevator areas, which will use a more modernized side-scrolling perspective, which is similar to the side-scroller perspective when inside elevators in the original Metal Gear 1. Apart from these little tidbits of information, not much else is known about the remake since it is in very early stages of development. What I do know for sure is that there's a lot of potential with this project, and I am very excited for it, so I'll be sure to keep you guys updated on this Konami-approved fan remake of Metal Gear 1. So to be further updated on the Metal Gear fan remake, be sure to join the NASIAN and subscribe to Young Yeah. I'll see you guys next time. Thank you very much, and Young out!